Every year in the United States, millions of adults over 60 take a fall. For many of them, that one moment changes everything. Their confidence drops. Their world gets smaller. They start planning life around fear instead of freedom. As a doctor and a health psychology specialist, I sit across from people like this every week. They tell me they have been doing what they were told to do. They walk every day. They count their steps. They follow the rules. And yet they still feel weak and unsteady. Maybe you proudly tell people you walk every day, but you still have to push yourself out of a low chair with your hands. Maybe you feel fine on your neighborhood walk, but your heart races a little when you step onto a wet bathroom floor. Maybe you say no to trips, church events, or flights to see your grandkids, not because you do not want to go, but because you are not sure your balance will keep you safe. If any of that sounds familiar, I want you to hear this. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not lazy. You are not broken. You are living in a body that has changed with time, and no one has fully explained what it really needs after 60 or 65. Walking is still wonderful for your heart and your mind. But for your muscles and your balance, it is only part of the story. In this video, I am going to show you 3 simple exercises you can do at home in under 10 minutes that can do more for your strength and stability than walking alone ever will. As you listen, tell me in the comments which of those 3 situations feels most like your life. And if this message already hits home, like this video and subscribe to the Healthy Aging Path, so you do not miss what I will share at the end. Many of my patients say that last part truly shocks them and changes the way they think about aging. Now let us talk about why walking by itself is quietly failing so many older Americans, and what you and I can do about it together. 1. The sit to stand and everyday freedom. In clinics across the United States, doctors quietly pay close attention to one simple movement. Can a person rise from a chair without using the arms of the chair or their own hands? Research from large American medical centers shows that people who struggle with this move are more likely to lose independence, to need help with dressing and bathing, and to join that 1 in 3 group who will fall in a given year. The sit to stand is not just an exercise. It is a mirror of how safely you can live your daily life. Think about how many times you stand up in a day. From the couch, from the toilet, from a booth at your favorite diner, from a low seat at the airport while you wait to see family. When standing up feels shaky, your nervous system quietly learns to be afraid. You may start avoiding long drives, crowded restaurants, even church gatherings, not because your heart is not willing, but because your legs do not feel trustworthy. The good news is that the same movement that reveals the problem can also become the solution. Choose a solid chair that does not slide. Place your feet about shoulder width apart, toes gently turned out if that feels better on your hips. Stand just in front of the seat. Let your chest stay open, eyes forward. Now send your hips back as if you are going to sit. Lower yourself with control until you just feel the chair, then press through your heels and gently tighten your hips as you come back up. 2 slow counts down, 1 or 2 counts up. Start with 5 repetitions, a couple of rounds on several days of the week. If this feels hard, you can begin with a slightly higher chair or allow your hands to help a little, then slowly use them less. If it feels easy, you can fold your arms across your chest or add a few more repetitions. Always respect sharp pain or dizziness and honor the limits your doctor has given you. I once worked with a grandfather in Denver who loved attending his grandson's school events, but dreaded the low folding chairs. After a few months of regular sit-to-stands at home, he walked into my office smiling. He said he could rise from those same chairs without asking anyone for a hand. That is the quiet power of this practice. Each strong chair stand is a small lesson to your body and your mind. You are still capable. You are still allowed to trust your own legs. 2. The wall push-up and your inner shield. Across the United States, hospital data show that most serious fall injuries happen when a person cannot catch themselves with their hands and arms. Trauma doctors will tell you the same story. People slip in the bathroom, on the porch, in the kitchen. They reach for a wall, a counter, a towel rack, and there is simply not enough strength there to stop the fall. Upper body strength becomes more than muscle. It becomes a shield. Think about your own day. You push open heavy doors at the store. You lean on your hands to rise from bed. You steady yourself on the sink when the floor feels a little slick. When your chest, shoulders, and arms are weak, every one of those moments becomes a small gamble. Part of your mind starts whispering, "I hope I do not slip." Have you heard that voice? The wall push-up is a quiet way to answer that fear. It uses nothing more than a solid wall, yet it trains the same muscles you rely on when life tilts for a second. Stand an arm's length from the wall, feet under your hips, Place your hands on the wall at shoulder height, a little wider than your shoulders, fingers reaching up. Let your body form a straight line from the back of your head to your heels. Slowly bend your elbows and let your chest move toward the wall as you breathe in. Count to 2. Then press the wall away as you breathe out, returning to your starting position. Begin with 8 to 10 repetitions, once or twice, on 3 days of the week. If this feels too hard, step a little closer so your body is less tilted. If it feels too easy, step back an inch or two, or later you can progress to a sturdy countertop. Keep your neck long, your back steady, no sagging, no arching. This is not about speed. It is about teaching your nervous system that your arms can be trusted again. I remember a woman from North Carolina who nearly fell stepping out of the shower. She grabbed the towel bar and felt it pull away from the wall. It scared her more than she wanted to admit. We added simple wall push-ups to her routine. A handful each day. 2 months later, she told me she still respected the water and the tile, but she no longer felt fragile. She felt ready. That is what this small practice offers. 1 plain wall, a few careful breaths, and over time you move from I feel breakable to I feel capable. 3. The standing march and moving balance. In the last few years, American fall prevention experts have repeated one simple truth. Most dangerous falls do not happen while we are standing still. They happen while we are moving. Turning in the kitchen, stepping off a curb, crossing a busy parking lot, weaving through a crowded airport. Studies from large hospitals and universities show that when balance, leg strength, and coordination are trained together, fall risk can drop by 30 to 40%. That is why this gentle shuttle standing march with arm swing matters so much. It teaches your body to stay calm and organized while you are in motion, not only when you are holding on. Imagine yourself behind a sturdy chair or at a solid countertop. Your feet are set about hip width apart, your posture tall, eyes looking gently straight ahead. From here you lift your right knee to a comfortable height and let your left arm swing forward as if you are walking. Then you place the foot down with control and switch sides, left knee with right arm. The movement is slow, steady, almost like a quiet metronome for your nervous system. You continue for 30 seconds, then rest and repeat a few rounds. If you need more support, you rest a whole hand on the chair and keep the knees low. As your confidence grows, you lighten the touch to just a fingertip. Then one day you realize your hands are free. Trauma teams in the United States report that people with poor dynamic balance are far more likely to suffer hip and head injuries. This small practice is a way of telling your brain and your core muscles that you are not simply a passenger in your own body. I think of a man from Minnesota who used to joke that he did not fall. He only tested gravity, even though he had gone down more than once each year. After weeks of patient marching in his living room, his steps became longer, his feet lifted more clearly, and that shuffling walk began to fade. He told me he felt less like someone waiting for the next fall, and more like someone walking through life on purpose. Maybe a part of you is ready to feel that shift as well. One slow march at a time. Questions and gentle answers. Many people quietly wonder if exercise is still possible when their knees ache from arthritis. Large American studies show that gentle strength work, when adjusted correctly, can actually ease pain and improve function over time. The key is not to force the same deep bend as a teenager, but to raise the chair a little, move through a smaller range, and always honor the advice of a trusted doctor. The goal is comfort and control, not perfection. Another common fear is that walking has been a waste. It has not. Walking still supports your heart, your circulation, your mood. What newer research makes clear is that walking alone does not fully protect balance or muscle. Strength and balance exercises act like missing pieces of the puzzle. When they are added, fall risk can drop noticeably and everyday tasks feel safer and steadier. Some people tell me they can only manage 2 or 3 repetitions of each exercise. I see that as a beginning, not a failure. That number is simply your starting address. From there you can gently add 1 more repetition, or 1 more round each week. Have you ever looked back and realized that a small daily habit quietly changed your life? This works the same way. Many ask how long it takes to notice a difference. For some, there is a subtle shift in confidence after a few weeks, a steadier feeling when getting out of a chair or stepping into the shower. Clearer changes in muscle strength often appear between 6 and 12 weeks of steady practice. Your body has been adapting to less movement for many years. It deserves a little time to adapt back in the other direction. Another quiet worry is about equipment and gyms. The truth is, you do not need either one. A solid chair, a plain wall, and a safe corner of your home are enough to train legs, arms, and balance. I often remind my patients that their home can become a small healing studio. One room, a few simple moves, and a decision to keep showing up are often more powerful than any membership card. When you step back and look at the big picture, it becomes simple. Walking keeps your heart beating strong and your mind clear. These 3 little exercises keep your muscles alive, your balance sharp, and your independence within reach. Strength is no longer something that belongs only to the young. It is something you build choice by choice, day by day, right where you are now. I want you to imagine yourself 1 year from today. You stand up from your favorite chair without pushing on your knees. You move through the airport to visit your grandkids, steady on your feet instead of scanning for railings. You step in and out of the shower with respect, but not with fear. You dress yourself, cook your own meals, walk your own neighborhood. You are still you, but with a quieter, deeper confidence in your own body. To move toward that future, take a simple 3-step challenge. Today, not someday. First, do 1 round of each exercise, even if it is only a few slow repetitions. Second, tell someone you trust in your life, I am working on getting stronger, not just walking. Third, come back to this video and leave a comment that says I am starting this week and add your age and your state, for example 72, Ohio. Your comment may be the light that encourages someone else. If this spoke to you, tap like and subscribe to the Healthy Aging Path. It helps this message reach more people your age across America. Share this with a friend, a neighbor, a parent, someone at your church or senior group. Remember this, strength is not about your age, it is about your choices. And today, you made a powerful one.